Hi, beautiful souls. I am so excited to be hosting the master workshop on making Ayurvedic baby massage oil via the traditional Ayurvedic herbal infusion, which I gotta tell you now, it is a little bit tricky and it's something that you've got to go through some trial and error. But you can master it if you are interested and you want to. And this master's workshop will be held on January 9th, and then it'll be live on January 9th right here in the Facebook group. And after that, I'm going to have it available for replay for about 72 hours. So make sure you don't miss out. You got to catch it during that 72 hours before it's gone. And because of that, I thought it would be perfect if we talked about some supplies that you'll want to have ready and on hand if you do want to go through making it yourself as you're watching into the workshop. However, it does take about a full 2 days to make, so you'll have to just start it with me and then you can continue it on your own time. But let's talk about what supplies you'll need to have to be able to do that. So we are going to be making 32 ounces of Bala chamomile lavender baby oil in a base of sesame and sunflower oil. So you're going to need 16 ounces of organic sunflower oil and 16 ounces of organic sesame oil. You can get both of those at your local grocery store. It's totally fine to go get them from the cooking section. You don't need to buy them from the cosmetic section. Actually, I feel like the cosmetic section oils are sometimes older and more expensive, and the cooking section oils are very, very high quality and usually a better price and fresher, I feel, because I think they just get cycled through more often. So get that 16 ounces each of sunflower and sesame oil, and it really is important that it's got to be organic. We're making this for our babies, right? We'll talk more in the workshop about why we want it to be organic, but alternatively, there's a company called Banyan Botanicals, and you can order sesame and sunflower oil from them. I don't really know how the prices compare off the top of my head, but what I do like about Banyan Botanicals is that they have a organic refined sesame oil that just has more of the sesame seed particles taken out of it, and because of that it has less of a dinnery sesame smell, because sesame oil can have quite a strong smell to it, which can be a little bit overwhelming, especially the ones you buy in the grocery store. So I personally always get my sesame oil from Banyan Botanicals, and then they have two different versions, so I get their refined version, and that has the lightest smell, which gives the opportunity for the delicate, beautiful baby herbs that we're going to use to come out a little bit more and to be a little bit more dominant. So that means you need some herbs too, right? So the first herb you're gonna need is Bala. Bala is a beautiful Ayurvedic herb that's the traditional herb for babies and baby massage and children. And we'll talk more about all of its wonderful qualities during the workshop. But Bala is also something that you can get at Banyan Botanicals. And you just need the little spice jar size if you want to make 32 ounces of oil. So look for Bala powder. It's like Seta cordifolia, I think is the Latin name. You can get Banyan Botanicals spice jar size. I'll put links to all of this below this video. But so you're going to need that, and then you're also going to need lavender, dried lavender flowers and dried chamomile flowers. And I actually usually get both of those at natural grocers. So if you happen to have a natural grocers in your area, it's actually very inexpensive. It's in their bulk spice section where they have all of their cinnamon and fennel seed and ginger powder, and black pepper. They have like the bags of it. And it's a Natural Grocers brand. So go there. If you don't have a Natural Grocers, check out your local herb store. It's very likely that there will be lavender and chamomile there. Or if you don't have that, I really recommend mountainroseherbs.com to get your lavender and chamomile. And as always, we want the lavender and chamomile to be organic as well. We want all of this to be organic for our sweet little babies. And you only are going to need between 1/8 of a cup and 1/4 of a cup, but closer to 1/8 of a cup of the lavender and about the same amount of the chamomile. So you don't need very much of those two herbs. You'll probably end up with extra to enjoy. Also, you're going to need a pot, some pure water, so not tap water, but if you can use, like I like to use reverse osmosis water that I fill up at my local grocery store, something like that. And then you're also going to need something to strain herb powder through. So I use these very thin white cloths. So they were actually originally dishcloths that I cut up into little squares, and now they're my herb straining cloths. We don't want to use cheesecloth because we're going to be using ball of powder, and the cheesecloth just has too big of holes to effectively strain that out. So find some other kind of like really thin dishcloth type thing that you can dedicate to oil making, and that is all the supplies you need: sunflower oil, sesame oil, bala, chamomile, lavender, dry herb, and then a pot, some pure water, and a finely woven but thin cloth to use for straining. All right, I will list all of this out below this video, along with links where you can get what you need, and I'm so looking forward to having you all join me for this workshop. I will absolutely be in touch to remind you of when it's coming up, but until then, enjoy your holidays, enjoy your new year, and I will see you then.